money attached to it.
Yeah.
And this is crucial when you're making the films. There was no money attached to it. Now, if that film goes off and somebody buys it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in this country, people can pick it up elsewhere. Have you got all the consents and agreement papers in place from every single body that appeared in that film?
That was my job and task too. Yeah. And yes, we got permissions from all Dion and Rachel and all the people that contributed to take it to whoever and whether to achieve the next phase, which is
that I'm coming back again because that's really, really crucial. Because people have given their time and energies and everything to it. It's really crucial that you have those consents and agreements in place, and you have to keep hold of them. Because if that film is sold, those actors and all those people that appeared free, who did their work, they all have to be paid out of the money that you get.
That's a good point.
Because it happened. I'll give you an example. I mean, we made the Slavery Trail film with Levi some years ago, and it's a drama piece. It's out now. But everybody appeared in that film. Nobody was paid. We just had the equipment. But the film was sold. And so we had to pay Levi because it was his lyrics.
Levi Tafari.
Yes, Levi Tafari. And everybody that appeared in that film, what they would have got that day that the film was made, they all had to have a fee.
He wanted to be in our next film.
Yeah.
I just want to say Levi Tafari was going to be in our next film with Kathy Tyson and also Nick Bailey from EastEnders, who used to play the Doctor. Anyone remember Nick Bailey?
Yes.
A good friend of my brother's, so I approached him. So we asked set to make our next film, and I said, Kathy Tyson, if you're not sure, she made Mona Lisa. She saw the film and she was in contact with us.
She just made a new film.
Yes, and she's shown keen interest in being in the next film with me and Paul. So there is a lot of traction from what we've created. I think it's just having either the money or the funding to move on.
Just very quickly, because we need to move. We need to move on.
Question from Audric. Yes.
I'm curious about how you guys manage your production days. Like, how long did it take you to make this film, and how did you manage your production days?
You mean the
film and
scheduling?
And then the whole process. My film production. The production was in total, I think we did it over 2 months. We had Rachel, who was brilliant in assisting me as well. But in terms of getting all the actors together, Paul gave me a month to get the locations, the actors, and all the additional stuff together. And then we had 3 weeks to film?
Yes.
Yeah, about 3 weeks to film and maybe 1 or 2 weeks to edit. So we had a vision of making it all complete within about 2 to 2.5 months, which I think is evident.
That's a long time, yeah.
2 months, yeah.
One more question.
Just as a follow-on. No, I suppose the question that I'm asking is like, I look at these scenes, and a lot of these scenes are shot like using natural light. Like, you know, a lot of it is areas, a lot of natural light coming in through windows and stuff like this. As filmmakers, we're always chasing the light. We know that time is against us. If we start shooting at 7 o'clock in the morning, we know that afternoon the light changes. How did you guys manage that?
This is the guy that works the magic.
Sorry, say.
Aldrich.
Sick accent.
Yeah.
So I think with filming, most of the guys in here know that there's a trilogy. So there's light, audio, visual, and light.
Yeah. The
three have to coexist beautifully. Yeah. So, and one of the things that also when I did the 10 episode of Levels, which is the first short film that we did, I kind of knew it. I kind of respected that trilogy. But obviously, from the time between Levels and Avidity, I became a proper student of cinema and trying to focus more on the trilogy of perfecting audio, perfecting video, perfecting light. So I'd always watch films and think, why are they always shooting on one side of the frame? Why is always one side lit up? Why is always one side lit up? What? And I started doing research and I found out that basically you always shoot. You shoot in the shadows. You shoot on the shadow side of the light. Like even now, I'm looking at all you guys. I'm focused on where the light is landing on your face. So if the light's over there, I can just see it. Yeah. So I think utilising natural lights. We got the big light. We got the big lights in that, but we didn't really need them as much. HMIs.
Yeah.
Thank you. We got the big lights. We invested a lot. Like again, a couple of £1,000 because we wanted to be Netflix ready. Kids and stuff.
Could I just make a point there about the lights?
Yeah.
Again, I'm coming in as my producer hat and I'm giving you little things away. I mean, here in Liverpool we have PKE, which is one of the biggest lighting companies. We have PKE, which is one of the biggest lighting companies across the northwest and the south and everywhere. And it's a big lighting company. Sorry, wrong mic. It's one of the biggest lighting companies, PKE. And it's just a little ditty I'm giving you again. But PKE, if you are shooting a film and you need lights, like 2K, they don't use 2Ks anymore, do they? And HMIs and stuff like that. As long as you've got insurance and they're not using that equipment, because I mean they've got warehouses full of them, they will loan them to you on a short film. Yeah. So, never think, oh, I can't get the light. You can. Yeah. And that's just something to bear. As long as you've got insurance, they'll loan you their equipment.
Yeah, you have a question?
Last question.
I've got bipolar too, but I'm not a female and I'm not black, but I can resonate with the missed calls because I've got a community mental health nurse that contacts me on a regular basis and sometimes can't be asked with him because later on she says all they're really interested in doing is giving you medication that makes you feel a bit drowsy, non-motivated, don't want to do nothing, all you want to do is eat and sleep. And then at the end you see where like the doctor runs out to get a section at the end, you know what I mean, he rings an ambulance going, we need an ambulance. She's probably, that girl in the film, she's probably been waiting years for therapy and all other stuff, and they're just quick to just file you on loads of meds and then just be like, oh, you alright, is everything okay? And that. Another thing is my mum's the arts coordinator and director for the Exactly in the Royal Hospital. Wow. So I'll have a word with her and speak to her counterparts on the mental health part and see what they can do. The life rooms as well, yeah, the life rooms.
Yes, we have.
Have you contacted them?
And my wife works with life rooms. And the everyone
they do different, like they do music, film, stuff like that, and you could possibly go in there, like show the film in there and that, which would be good. Like mental health.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it wasn't because I think you focused on like black mental health, but obviously mental health, as you know, is it's a global thing.
It's a global thing.
Well, listen, guys, I'm going to have to wind you up there because we've got to move on. Okay, thanks very much.
If anyone wants to work in collaboration with showrunners moving forward in terms of film, production, partnership work, please contact me and Paul because we are planning to drive ahead with maybe a full feature film in 2023. So please do stay in touch. It's Showrunner Films and SEO Media. So before you leave, just leave your details and hopefully we can have another meeting in about a month's time to develop this even further. Okay?
Okay, right, now we're going to move